Things are changing, especially nowadays when it comes to search arbitrage. The new thing out there are RSOC feeds, and RSOC feeds do things a bit differently than regular feeds. In this video, we will take a look about RSOC feeds, what is an RSOC feed, how you can get one, and everything you need to know right now. Hi everyone, my name is Marcel Sattler. I'm the founder of nativeadvertising.net, your platform when it comes to native ads. We are an agency and we do provide extremely helpful resources about native ads, search arbitrage, content arbitrage, affiliate marketing, and way more, but always in the background with native advertising and traffic sources like Taboola and Outbrain. And in search arbitrage, many things are changing right now. In the past weeks, you might have heard about an RSOC feed. So an RSOC feed is kind of an API-like feed. I mean, if you're familiar with search arb, then you know you need a traffic source and you need a feed provider to make money. If you don't know what's search arbitrage, how to make money, then check out my other videos, which we will link somewhere here in the video and in the show notes. Check them out first. They explain exactly how you can make money with search arb and so. But in this video, I want exclusively speaking about the RSOC feed, because these kind of normal feeds, they're a bit outdated nowadays. And since Google changed their policy mid of March, the majority of advertisers, they do look now for an RSOC feed. An RSOC feed is basically a real-time feed. So let me explain you a bit in detail what I mean with that. So RSOC stands for real-time search offer campaign feed. And that means you do get the data in real time. In the past, it needed a couple of days sometimes or hours until the dashboard was updated in the back end. And now you have real-time data, which makes the things more dynamically and which also means you can optimize the things and your campaigns way faster. And that means you lose less money, which is a definitely positive thing here. So it's a dynamic monetization. That means when a user lands on a landing page, for example, from a native ad, then the feed is filled automatically with monetized links, for example, affiliate links and other kind of relevant links for the user right now. And this is done in real time, totally dynamically for the user. And it's totally driven by revenue. So it's RPM driven, revenue per mil driven. That means everything in the background is optimized to get the highest RPM possible. So that means less work for you and more payout, because RPM is like on the search feed side, the relevant payout metric. You know, you have CPM, the cost per mil on the left-hand side from the traffic source, how much you pay per 1,000 clicks, for example, or impressions, and you have on the other side the revenue per mil, the money you get per 1,000 clicks or impressions or whatever you get paid for. So the way how an RSOC feed works is the same like you're used with it. You start a campaign, for example, with Taboola or Outbrain. The user clicks the ad, the user came across to your feed. They click on something like a link, and then you get paid out. But the fourth process here, the fourth step here, is totally dynamically and updated in real time, which makes a big difference. So it's kind of a feed, an RSOC feed is kind of a regular feed, but on steroids. So let me give an example. If a user clicks on an ad with the best VPN tools in 2025, your RSOC feed in the background loads automatically and gathers now all the details from cheap VPNs, fast GPMs, and whatever VPNs here, for example, and fills this page with popular affiliate links totally automatically in the background. So that's the good news about an RSOC feed, and it's extremely relevant right now because Google changed the policy a bit in March 2025. So the future of search arbitrage is definitely an RSOC feed. Long story short, without an RSOC feed, you're lost in the future when it comes to search arbitrage. And the other bad news here is not every feed provider gives you access right now to an RSOC feed yet. And you can request it. Of course, there are a couple of providers who can give you the opportunity to access an RSOC feed. But again, not every provider can give you this opportunity right now. And some of them also restrict it because there is a lot of demand right now on an RSOC feed. Always keep in mind, in general, the feed provider restricted a bit the access of the feeds because they want, of course, to avoid that all these kind of starters and beginners access their feeds. And that makes sense because they do also get some policies from Google, from Bing and whatever. So they need to restrict the access very, very strictly. So if you're a now marketer who just start with native ads and search arbitrage, then you will have almost zero opportunity and chance to get a feed, and definitely not an RSOC feed. If you do have already experience and if you can show them a track record, then you might get an RSOC feed. But again, you need to show them a track record that you've worked with Search Up in the past and that you're able to make money and that you're able to make them a ton of money. So this is very important. So if you just think about, okay, I want to start with Search Up, and you just try to start somehow and get a feed, not possible, don't even try it. If you do have some proven track records, then you can reach out to a couple of RSOC providers, for example, System One, Explorads, AirFind, and a bunch of others. But again, there are not so many there yet, but this is again a very dynamic thing right now, and the RSOC kind of feeds, they're pretty new. So it just started here, but again, if you can enroll it as fast as possible, then you're one of the first people out there and you can start from scratch, which is always a benefit if you're first with something or somewhere, you know. Besides of the new technology here in the background, all the other things still apply. You still need a tracker, you still need to take care of your keywords, for example, dental implants, best dental implants, cheapest dental implants, this kind of stuff. You need to rotate the keywords, you need to adapt them, you need to optimize them, you need to check the RPM. So these kind of things, they remain the same. Just basically the technology in the background is a different one and the payouts should be optimized and better. We do have a couple of RSOC feeds, and yes, we do see already a slight improvement there when it comes to the RPM. It's not a biggest game changer yet, to be honest, but we do see already we do see a few smaller improvements when it comes to RSOC in order to the payouts. So you get usually a higher RPM with an RSOC feed than with a regular feed. So RSOC provides the user a better user experience because the things are more dynamically and in real time in the background. And for you, it also means usually a higher payout. So RSOC is definitely here to stay. And the faster you can adapt it, the better is it for you on the long run. So if you are in Search Up and if you want to make more money with Search Up, then you should try to get an RSOC account now. I hope you liked that video. If so, I would extremely appreciate if you give me a thumbs up, and of course when you subscribe to my channel and activate the bell to receive an update when I upload a new video about native ads and search arbitrage here on YouTube. Have a good one. See you next time.